All right, so let's discuss inside out versus inside in. And we're going to start with inside out. Now, typically this situation again arises when you get backhand to backhand. So it'd be like a righty backhand over here to righty backhand. And inside out is good when you want to go your strong shot and drive it into the backhand of your opponent. So obviously with a lefty-righty relationship, it's a little bit different. Let's just assume Andre is a lefty, so I would be going into his backhand. So I've got more court to work with. I can really drive it, and I'm trying to elicit again into that weaker shot, the backhand side, a short ball, where I can then step in and really go after it. Okay, so I'll throw that backhand up, and then the next ball around it. That's where I drive it. Then I get a shorter one. That's what I'm looking for. And then you would go after that one. You could follow that one to net. So let's play it out where I'm going to then hit an approach shot and end the point. So backhand, then I look to run around, get the short one, and then I go to the open court there. Okay? So again, the key with the inside out here is, Andre's already positioned over there. I'm not trying to rip an outright winner, but I am trying to give him, a tough ball that he's going to struggle to handle. Now, one thing you can do real good at the rec level, if you can't really rip it, is get a high arcing trajectory forehand, which you might not be able to generate off of the backhand side. So let's see how that works exactly. All right, same thing, Andre. Backhand run, whoops, can't run around that one. So this one, heavy spin there, and then I can wrong foot him in that situation. So look to run around this one that's sitting up, get that one up high, there we go, and then I can close. Ooh. But that's the idea, you get the high trajectory on the two-handed backhand, one-handed backhand, tricky ball. So if you don't, have the ability to really blast it, get it up high, and you'll be giving your opponent a lot of trouble. All right, so now we will do inside in. It's a little bit different. The inside in, you're really looking to hit aggressively and take control of the court, because Andre's going to be on that side, and I'm going to be over here, right, ripping it. Now, if I don't hit a good shot, this is tricky, right? So, Andre, put that away. Like, sorry. Sorry. I'm going to feed it over there like I'm hitting a bad inside in, and then just rip it over in the open court. So if I run around over here and I don't hit a good shot, I am now over here. There's all sorts of court for Andre to hit into. So what's important to understand is the inside in is riskier from a number of perspectives. There's less court, higher net, first of all. But I'm also out of position to a large degree when I go down the line here. If I go cross court, I only need to be here. But if I go down the line, I technically need to be over here, sort of per court position. Now, if I actually hit a very good shot, I don't need to go all the way over here. So let's talk about exactly how this will work. So let's do the same thing we did before. Leave me a little bit shorter one that I can go inside in on. All right, so that one I really had to go off. Or go after rather, because when I'm way over here, if I go inside in and I don't hit a great shot, same situation, points over. I got that deep enough where it was a tricky shot for Andre to handle. So let's see that again. See, I didn't get enough of that. I'm in bad shape in that instance. Okay, so those would be a situation if I ran around those, you either hit a winner or you really, it'd be better almost to go cross court inside out in that situation. So Andre, give me an inside in ball here so my court positioning is a little better. So go cross. Yep, so there'd be one. With the ball here in the court, and forward, I can move in, rip it over there, and then I'm in much better position. Now I'm here, I can cover the volley effectively, okay? Now let's say I don't move in, but I hit a good shot. All right, so what do I want to do? The positioning is a little bit interesting here, I guess we could say. So let's see it again. All right, so let's say that was a good shot that I just hit. That was a little, let's say I hit a good one. You actually would not where you normally would, and not gonna have enough time. You might be more here somewhere, but you're setting up the forehand where you can close on the next shot. So from a righty's perspective, inside in over there, you're recovering back. You might be about here, so anything in this area is actually gonna be on your forehand. And if it comes over here, you might move around it again. And again, you're banking on the fact that your shot is good enough where you don't need to be in the correct recovery position. Okay, this is for the righty. So if we're back to the lefty, I rip it line, I'm banking on the fact that I hit it well enough that I don't need to be over here, that I can actually expose court, and that's okay because I've hit such a good shot that Andre can't put it over there. So it's one of those balancing acts, right? When you go inside in, that's where you're saying, all right, this point's going to be over soon because I'm really going after it. I'm trying to be aggressive, so I got to hit that good shot, or otherwise the point is over. So let's demo it one more time. All right, so that was the one I got a hold of it enough where I could be kind of here waiting for that next shot. Didn't really think Andre is going to be able to put it over there. So very key in terms of, you know, you want to have that plan, but you need to recognize the incoming ball and say, okay, this is one that I should go back cross court with. This is one maybe I can step in, I can rip it a little bit more. Whew, didn't get it. Got to go for it. Not always going to get it. Go ahead. All right, so I got a little, I'd say a little bit lucky there. I hit that high arcing ball, the inside out one I was talking about, which is real effective. And then I started moving in, anticipating like, okay, I'm gonna get a shot over here somewhere. Andre actually got it deeper than I expected, had to backpedal and do one of those Rafa shots. The reverse, I actually hit a pretty good shot down the line. So if I hadn't hit a good shot, and I had done something like this, and I'm over here, point's over. So the demands on my shot making there were quite high. From a decision-making standpoint, you could argue that one either way. If you can pull it off, then it's fine, but can't always do it. So let's see a couple more. All right, so that one was real easy. I was kind of over here, cross court, didn't have to move too much. That's one where you gun it kind of into the open court. All right, now what we're gonna have shown that from the back perspective. What you're gonna see is I saw Andre moving in, and before he even hit, I started shuffling over a few steps. And that's because I was anticipating the cross-court ball. And that takes good observation of your opponent, right? If you slice to him and he always slices it or kind of hits it back cross-court to you, you can start moving anticipating that. Now, if he's observant, he might realize what you're doing after a couple shots and go down the line. But by all means, if somebody's playing the same pattern, just start shifting over and setting that up. So Andre, on this one, whenever I slice, immediately send it back cross court. Woo! That took a funny bounce. That's the idea though. From the back perspective, you saw I'm shifting over as soon as I hit that slice because I'm anticipating the cross court. Let's do a few more, Andre. All right, like that. And again, it takes understanding of your opponent, but if you identify in terms of their strike zone, okay, the high ball, they might change direction, but the low ones, it's more predictable, then you can start setting up this play and go either inside out, or inside in.